Hi. So I know I haven't posted anything in like what, 3 months? I've been busy. So first of all, I became an actual doctor. I'm an actual dentist now. You can call me Dr. Desifirang. Then I had to move to start my first official job, and now I am moving again because my boss is a rat, and so I'm trying to find a new practice. It's gonna take a few months. First of all, I'm also gonna come back to India for Diwali. But first, I promised you the Rajasthani stories. So today, it's gonna be one of the Jaipur stories. So I spent, I think, 4 days in Jaipur, and I was in a hotel, and what I would do to find places to eat would be to swipe on Tinder until I found someone that could take me out to eat. So I didn't want to go out alone, not necessarily for safety reasons, but more like, first of all, I don't know the town, I don't know where like the good restaurants are. Second of all, I had a taxi for Rajasthan, but I didn't want to, annoy him at night. Like, I wanted him to rest and shit, so I didn't want him to drive me to places. I didn't especially want to take Ubers either. That's just because I'm weird. And yeah, I don't know, I feel like eating out alone in a restaurant is gonna be weird. Also, like, whatever restaurant I'm going to alone, they're gonna assume that I'm some kind, the fucking tourist, like, oh my god, like the culture and the spirituality. Like, they're gonna treat me like the white bitch. And I figured if I go there with someone brown, they're gonna treat me less like the white bitch. It makes sense in my mind. So what I would do is I would swipe either Tinder or Bumble until I found someone that could take me to a restaurant. I set like some time limits, like if I didn't find anyone by like 9 p.m, I would order shit on Zomato, but I tried to find people before so that I wouldn't eat alone and sad in my hotel room. So the first 2 nights in Jaipur, I was actually invited to a shadi, which was fucking amazing. I just matched with a guy and he was like, oh, I'm Oria, but I'm here for a shadi. Do you want to come with us? I'm like, yes. God, yes. This is everything I've ever wanted. Yes, please. But the 3rd night, I find myself alone again, so I swipe. And I find a guy, and the first message that he sends me is like, were you at Diggy Palace today? So Diggy Palace was my hotel. And yeah, obviously I was there because I lived there. And there's like a huge yard in like the interior of the hotel. And whenever I crossed it, I could see about 17 different people checking me out, probably because white and red hair and bubus line. So I asked the guy, oh yeah, which one of the 23 people that were checking me out were you? And he answered, oh, I was the photographer. And there I remembered someone, like this morning, I remembered someone taking pictures of someone else in the courtyard of the hotel. So I'm like, oh yeah, I have seen the guy before. I can place him, I know what he looks like. So I basically set my plan in motion and I asked him, oh, like, have you already eaten? He says no. I said, do you want to eat with me tonight? And he says, sure, like, give me 30 minutes, I'll pick you up. And I have to disclaim something. So usually when I went on, let's say, dates with guys like this, I would warn them that I had a fiance at that point, so that, they wouldn't think that, they wouldn't hope for shit when shit was not gonna happen. But I didn't warn this guy because it happened very quickly. Like, it's like I was starving. It was basically 8:55 when I said that, like my cutoff time was 9 p.m. It was basically 8:55, I was starving. And it happened very quickly. It was basically, yes, I see what you look like, I've seen you before, just pick me up, drive me somewhere, make me eat. However, it's not like the dude was walking into like complete unknown territory, because, so at that point I was engaged and I had an engagement ring. You can actually see it on the videos that I shot when I was in India. Like, you can see the engagement ring. And it looked like an engagement ring. Like, it's like you wear a ring on like your ring finger, like a gold band. It's obviously either gonna be a wedding ring or an engagement. Like, to me it was obvious, I don't know. So, the guy comes back to the hotel to pick me up. And he had a huge fucking car. It's like he had the car that I want. You're like a huge Mahindra. For those who follow me on Insta, like there's a picture of me on a car. It's this one. It's this dude's car. So I get into the car, and you know, usually the way that I opened is basically by telling guys, like, I don't even care if you're gonna murder me. I like, take me to eat and then murder me. Because, you know, a girl alone in India, being an idiot, like, I knew, like, I didn't think I was taking risks, because I would talk to guys and see if they were potential murderers or not. But, like, you never know. And so what I would usually do when I went on dates with guys was, you know, make those kind of jokes of like, I hope you're not gonna murder me. And you know, no one ever murdered me, so I guess it worked. But you know, immediately I get kind of weird vibes from the guy, because, so it's my fault because I hadn't warned him. But like, he brought his big boy car. Like, that was a move to impress me. It's like, he probably had other cars or like a bike or some shit. And he brought the big boy car. Then we went to a, like, let's say semi-fancy restaurant. Like, I don't know how to describe it. It was like a nightclub with a restaurant attached. I don't know, it felt fancier than it should have. And you know, he chose the restaurant. I told him I will eat anything, and he chose this one. It had like valet parking and shit. Like, I don't know how common it is in India, but in Europe, like, valet parking is not a common thing. So yeah, he brought me to a restaurant that was designed to impress me. But at the same time, and I'm sorry if you see this now, you may or may not see it, I know you're subscribed to me, he was being an asshole. It's like, he would talk over me. And you know, like, when two people talk at the same time, one of them is gonna stop, and or both are gonna stop, and then one is gonna start up again. Like, you know how conversations work. I'm not gonna teach you guys how conversations work. But so the dude would talk over me, and when, you know, I'm like, I'm not finished, I'm not done, he would keep talking over me. So at some point, I just started, whenever I was, you know, speaking, and he would start to speak over me, I would go, choop, and like a fucking 6-year-old, I would like just look at the guy, go choop, and then keep talking, because it became annoying. It's like who does that? Like, I'm sorry, who does that? So yeah, he was being kind of an asshole to me. Like, he was nice as well, but you know, that thing fucked with me. Also, he was being an absolute asshole, like, to the waiters. It's like, he would fucking kill me. Yeah, so to the waiters he would be an asshole, and like, I could see that he was trying to impress me. And then at the end of the meal, you know, I tried to pay. Usually I would try to pay for like both of us, because my logic was, you are babysitting me, you pay your babysitter, basically. It's like, yeah, whenever I went out with guys, I would try to pay for the both of us, or at least for my half. He obviously didn't let me pay, like, obviously. It's like, you know, I tried to tell him that you know, he's babysitting me, I would pay for him. He didn't let me pay. And you know, during the whole meal, the ring was still right there, and you know, I talk with my, like, I can't right now because I have the cats, but I talk with my hands, like, he could see the ring, he saw the ring. and he, you know, it didn't go 2 + 2. I don't know. We drive around Jaipur, like, you know, Jaipur by night. We drive around Jaipur, he brings me back to my hotel. And so I wanted to take pictures with his car, because it was the first Mahindra that I had been in. Like, I wanted to be in a Scorpio. I didn't get in a Scorpio, I got into that, and I was like, chalaga. So I wanted to take pictures with his car. And I have my iPhone to take pictures, and I have the phone that is recording right now to, you know, do phone shit with. So I was like, oh, I'll get my iPhone in the bedroom. And I dropped this phone in the bedroom because I was not gonna use it. So I come back, we take pictures with his car. I gotta say, he is a professional photographer that is paid for professional photography. all the pictures that he took of me with his car were trash. I was like, that's just like slight salt, but yeah, I don't know. Okay, whatever. So, I really like the car though, and I really didn't like the guy. It's like, I have been out with other guys in India that I still talk to, that I'm still friends with. This guy I really didn't like the whole that fucked with me. Anyway, I didn't like the guy, and I was just gonna be like, oh, like, it's fine, he took me out, we'll just say bye, and then, you know, that's gonna be it. I'm just not gonna talk to him afterwards, like, nothing is gonna happen. I tried to show him that I wasn't into him when I said goodbye to him. I think I shook his hand and I hugged his car. To me it was clear. To him, apparently not very much. So, I was telling you before about how I make jokes about you know, being murdered and raped in India. One of the things that I had joked about during the dinner was that, maybe you're gonna put something in my drink. You know, it's not a hilarious fucking joke. In context it works. Now it sounds stupid when I say in context it works. Like, maybe you're gonna drug me and I'm not gonna remember anything. And so after I had hugged the car and shaken his hand, he turned towards me and he was like, maybe I actually did drug you and you just don't remember anything. And, you know, me being me, I always have to have, like, the smartass response. And my answer was, well, if you did drug me, you didn't do a very good job of it because I didn't feel anything. Are you gonna abandon me now? I did the whole shot with you and you're gonna abandon me now? You wanna stay here? Is that the plan? So he kind of laughed at that, but you know, the kind of polite laugh that is, you know, the broken ego. So I take all my shit and I go back to my hotel room. And between the car and the door of my hotel, there was the garden to cross and, you know, the padlock to open. That must have taken me maybe 30 seconds. I don't even think it was 30 seconds. I think it was more like 20. But in 20 seconds of me leaving that dude at his car, crossing the garden and opening the door, my phone already had a missed call and he was calling again. He called me twice in 30 seconds. So, you know, I pick up because I had just been in his car and, you know, maybe I had dropped, like, my passport or something, or maybe I had taken something from the car. Like, I thought it was gonna be, like, something car-related, like, oh, I forgot something, he forgot something. I actually thought it was that. So I pick up. Just so you know, if I had wanted you to feel something, you would have felt it. Guys, just you and me, guys. This is not something that you can say to a girl to whom you just made a joke about drugging her and raping her. After, like, this is not something that you can add to that joke. What? Why is it hard to understand? So, you know, me being me and not especially wanting him to come back, because at this point he was either in his parked car in front of the hotel or about 100 meters away at the end of the street. I tell him, don't, you know, call and drive, text me with your bullshit once you're home. And, you know, I actually used the word bullshit, because I was like, what the fuck? You know, sometimes I complain that you guys don't listen to me. It's like when I tell you guys on Bumble or on Tinder that I am not in India, and the first question people ask me is, oh, where do you live in Delhi? You know, I complain that you guys don't listen to me. This guy listened to me a little too hard. He lived 20 minutes away. Exactly 20 minutes later, I get a text. Pause the video right now and try to guess in the comments what the text was. Like I'm serious. Actually do it. pause the video, try to guess what the text that I got after what he thought was a date was. The text that I got. And I wish I could show you, but it's on like an old Bumble account that I think was banned, and so I don't have it anymore. But the text that I got was, and I quote, "They were bigger than expected." So do you know what annoys me about this? It's not what you think. What annoys me about this is that it doesn't make any sense. He had seen me that morning. I was wearing the same shit. My boobs didn't grow during the afternoon. He had seen me that morning. They can't be bigger than expected because you don't have anything to expect. You've seen them already. They can't be bigger than expected if you've seen me already. For fuck's sake. Like, you know, leaving aside the whole, oh, it's disgusting, you shouldn't text that to a girl. I'm used to that. You guys have fucking ruined me. You guys have ruined me for any fucking man. Because that's all I get all day, every day on my fucking Insta, Tinder, Bumble, everything. I don't care about that. You can comment on my boobs, they're amazing. Anyway, it makes no fucking sense. They can't be bigger than expected. Fuck me. I'm still mad about that. I'm still mad about that. He then proceeded to ask me for nudes, and I proceeded to ghost him, and I haven't heard about him since. Yeah. So that was my Jaipur story. It was not as fascinating as, you know, the holy Meerut shit, but you know, that's what I have. I don't know when the next video is gonna be. I'm gonna try and have it up soon. I make no promises because I am very busy with bullshit. But the next video is gonna be a good one. I know what it's gonna be about, and it's gonna be a good one. As usual, please don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and share. And to all of you who don't, fuck you. I'll see you next time, hopefully soon. Bye. You're gonna fall at some point.